Yo, what's up to the most
What's up?
chillest stream you'll ever see? Oh shit, my dooms fell.
Mm.
There we go. And there we go. Hopefully y'all don't hear no dogs barking or the mid 2000s hit black comedy one-on-one going on in my background. But in any case, it's your boy Quamon Star G. And I'm a survivor. I'll never give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
work
gosh.
harder.
Oh my
And
gosh.
this to my lefts or my rights, depending on how you're watching us, is
Thought I was gonna say something crazy, but no, I don't give in to peer pressure. I am, of course, Aaron Michael Johnson, Esquire. Um,
the
I'm
third.
on the third. I'm on everybody's list, every color. So it's good to be here.
What's up? What's up?
This is a little different stream. I can dig this. I can dig it.
Yes, indeed, because this is figureheads where me and Aaron will just talk about toys and our toys, our figures, our action figures. That's the proper nomenclature.
Oh
And talk
yes.
about what we have, what we want, what's on the horizon, and everything. I even got an unboxing for y'all because I will be unboxing this.
That's what I'm here for.
I will be
I clearly
unboxing
was here for that.
this cyborg from Zack Snyder's Justice League of the homie, friend of multiversity himself, Ray Fisher. So
Ray, who
we
needs to come
definitely
back, by the way.
exactly. And by unboxing, I basically mean while Aaron is talking, I'll just be opening so you guys it didn't show you guys. So Aaron, what do
Yes.
are you excited to show them what you got? Because I know I am.
Some of the things that I got, I feel like they don't deserve to see just yet because I think we're doing what, prized possessions today or something. So like
Yeah,
I
something
got
like
a
that.
couple. Got a couple things, but like, yeah, some of these things, I'm not gonna just Shartimus Prime it and just show everything next to everything. I want to tease my audience a bit, but I will. There's a lot of things I want to show off. It's a lot of good ones, but I'm not gonna take away from Mr. Ray, so I will just pick up my. Well, you know what? Let's get those Snyderverse views for a second. I mean, like, one of my favorites because I always wanted a hot toy. This bad boy, hot toy,
The
Suicide
Joker.
Squad, Joker. Like this dude. Okay, I really want the Tux version, but like for a for a costume that a lot of people weren't crazy about, I could dig this. This is definitely, man. Release the air cut. By the way, this guy, this Jared likeness.
And restore the Snyderverse as well.
Let's do that so we can get both. Like, I think a great figure is all in that sculpt for mobility and sculpt. As he's unboxing that amazing figure
Oh, they just
within the.
make everything hard. Excuse, it's hard to cut you off, but they just make everything hard for Ray. First,
Is it the things?
yeah, it's like it's double tied in here, and it's like it's double tied, and then the thing that's keeping it locked in is just unnecessarily curved. It's like, damn, they just really don't want him to prosper as Cyborg, and I'm
Dang,
mad,
the
and I'm very,
the
very,
Hamada
very,
effect.
I'm very not on board with that. What's up, Mike?
What's up? So what you're saying is, dang, we need to release the cyborg figure now too. Man,
If I would have known it was gonna be like this, I would have got mine.
that's a good metaphor, by the way. Matter of fact, both of these action figures are metaphors for the situation. In my hand is an action figure, something that I can pose, and yet I have grown to love it. Knew it was already amazing, but the more I look at it, I admire it. And over to my
Bam.
right, the screen's left, you know, we have this black man in the confines.
Never mind, he's out now.
Plastic. See how that works? See how easy that is? See what happens when you just get an apology? See what happens when you learn to love, the visage of this crazy. I also love like the one purple glove. Like Prince needs some help.
like a evil prince, Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
I can appreciate, like, I just, oh my god, and the teeth, man. People really have been sleeping on this design. Like everything about this Joker, the tats, like y'all, come on.
He even comes with a
One day
sonic.
I really want to like get into everything.
He even comes with a sonic cannon, if you guys can see that.
Let's get it. What's up, Avia?
What's up, big money? Big money, hey.
They even sculpted this man's nipples. Like, come on. Who does that? Hot Toys. Hot Toys do that.
Facts. On facts. On facts. As
Like,
I try to properly click in his sonic cannon arm.
Like, I feel like I would very much appreciate it, at some point, a Hot Toys Nightmare Joker. Like, I already see myself spending buku amount of money for that sucker. I might just like collect just every Jared Joker from Hot Toys, because like, no, for real, y'all. Hot Toys is one thing, but when you actually have one, yeah.
You're doing good, just chilling like a villain,
Like a
like
DC villain who, he needed more. He needed more.
Like this is pretty dope.
There he is. Look at that man. Look at that man.
So hopefully I assemble the league sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you should. You want to tell the story about that?
Not yet.
Because
that might be for another. Once the dust is settled, then I'll tell the story as I now try to get the standout of this. Golly, dude, you just keep falling over. I might as well get to you next.
Because I sure ain't touching these others. Not until you jump over to the other side of the pond.
Soon enough. I see they changed it. They changed the stand they give these McFarlane's, unless they did this because this is rather flipping small. Did they do this because
tattoos?
Did they do this because it's the Snyder stuff? So they just made it smaller than the stand, smaller than the other ones, because that would be very bogus.
I'm still trying to figure out though with Jared's, like, even with the costume, like why the Batman the 90s Batman symbol just keeps throwing me off.
And then they give a little card.
Let's go, Ray.
With the description on the back.
Let's go, Ray.
Which, by the way, it does have some issues for the simple fact that it calls the source Justice League Director's Cut. Which, come on, yo. But it is what it is. So I will set him next to Miss Diana Prince, my Wonder Woman 84 golden armor Wonder Woman, one of the only positive piece of merchandise I got from that movie.
We'll get more on that later.
Yes. But do you got anything else to say about your Jared hot toy? What's the scale? What's the scale?
Oh God. Tall. No. What? 12 feet? About 12 feet? I never noticed that they actually sculpted the veins on his arms, but also I don't want to get too conspiracy-ish, but I know they made these during the original cut, and like some of these tattoos, if they are based off the actual ones from Jared himself, they hint at a lot of stuff because this canary with an arrow in its chest. I don't know if you can see that too well, but like it's right there. That thing. I
Yeah,
wonder. I wonder. Have to wonder.
indeed. Mike says he feels crazy. He still have both of his Wonder Womans in
Mm.
their boxes. No, that's my brother. I don't know if you can see him in my background or not, but my brother has his McFarlane stuff still in their boxes. So
That's a good metaphor. This guy just looks creepy in the best way possible.
not
Like
to
this.
put his stuff on the spot, but he got the Lady Aquaman, Evil Batman, and then he has a Flash, Red Death 2-pack, both from Dark Knight metals, DC metals. So
Let's see, y'all gonna get me back into collecting DC stuff.
I just had to get the Cyborg, so and others among other things. But let's hop on over across the pond. Let me scoop these two back. Well, no, because I do got a couple of more McFarlane stuff to show off if you don't mind.
Speak on it.
First, from my least favorite Mortal Kombat game, I have the blood variant white and red Spawn. What is up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. I have the Mortal Kombat 11 McFarlane Toys Spawn, which comes with not every Spawn weapon comes with this specific design, but his battle axe is bloody, and his body is also bloody. This is one of the at the time one of the few of the MK11 waves that had not only a color variant but also had the blood to like show that they were in a fight. So I had to pick it up, one because it's a Spawn toy made by McFarlane Toys, so you know that there's going to be a high level of quality to come with it, and also because I particularly liked the MK11 Spawn design. You know, I've said my piece about the game in and of itself, but the Spawn design specifically is pretty good. So, and also the third reason I got it was because before I got this, as I sat him down on his bare feet with no stand, which means he probably won't stay upwards for too long. Yeah, that'll just work. Beforehand, I got this MK11 default Evil Raiden from McFarlane Toys.
The one that Evil Raiden was so underused.
So even though the story designers say, well, he's not technically Evil Raiden because he didn't get resurrected.
Figure.
Yep. It's real dope. You got the staff, the wooden staff. You got some lightning effects somewhere around here that I'm too lazy to go and find. And yeah, I don't know what it is. I prefer when it comes to the McFarlane stuff, amongst whatever the case may be, whether it's just Spawn or Mortal Kombat or DC related, I like the more photorealistic / live action interpreted figures because they seem to have like a higher level of detail than like say like the one they use the animated series as a reference or the comic books. Even, you know, the one exception I would say, and this is I think I got this the same time as I got my Raiden, is this Superman, this McFarlane Superman. This is the Superman 1000 where they brought back the whack ass shorts. It's interesting because this is a little dirt. I should have wiped it off a little bit. But the interesting thing about it is, you know, if you read the comic, the Superman 1000 comic, the reason he put the trunks back on is because he sent John and Lois into space with his rebirth outfit, which is currently just now being sold. So you can still see the accents on the cuffs of it, and him just putting the traditional shorts over it. As a Superman figure, a comic original Superman figure is really, I like it. I like the detail in it, the way the colors pop and everything. But I definitely need some Snyder Superman, and I need to. The only reason I'm kind of put off about the Rebirth Superman is because the coloring feels off. It doesn't feel as
Mm.
vibrant. The red and the blues, and the color reds and blues they use aren't really my type of, not dull but darker red and blues. I need them to be just a little bit more. I need them to have some vibrancy to them if I'm gonna, associate it with the traditional Superman. You know, golly,
Sure.
why is his foot not standing up?
See, you
And
gonna make me end up getting some
I
McFarlane
got
figures.
two more DC centric figures I want to talk about that are ultra topical, and that is
Mm,
Injustice One
mm,
Regime Superman.
mm,
This is a
mm.
Tahamishi. What's the figure arts? This is the Tahamishi's figure arts that basically is semi small scale, about the size of a Marvel Legends figure, a little bit shorter, even. But basically, it's really articulate. It has this Superman comes with a bunch of heads. Currently, I have the Heat Vision head on it. For obvious reasons
Mhm.
because it's dope as hell. And yeah, this is real dope. This is a really dope representation of, in my opinion, one of the best Superman outfits. I always liked the way that it looked and everything. And of course, with talking about the Snyderverse and those concepts and anti-life Superman,
Let's see.
but you
One
can't have
second.
you can't have anti-life Superman or a variation of that without good old. And this is a classic in a sense, or a retro, I should say, not necessarily a classic because it's not that old, but a DC multiverse Nightmare Batman. So these DC multiverse was essentially their attempt at doing a Marvel Legend style line. Um Basically, so it's like they give you like eight or five, 6 to 8 figures in a wave, and then they would have like a build a figure that comes with it. I believe this is when Mattel was still manufacturing the toys, which they did up until about 2-3 years ago when McFarlane Toys took over, for the most part with the figure merchandising. So yeah, I got this at Wizard World 2017, I want to say. I got this at C2E2 2017. And yes, the Nightmare Batman, he got the goggles, the jacket, got his own, got the little batarang, and his build a figure was of the grapple gun for BVS. So yeah, this is all of the DC stuff I got.
Okay, I have one more DC thing. I thought I wasn't gonna do it because like most of my DC stuff is like, eh. But I mean, this dude right here, this Reverse Flash, this is worth it. This is like literally always worth it.
That's a
Mezco,
Metzco.
oh yeah, this thing, perfect action figure. Like the movement, like you can literally put him in any pose. You can literally put him, and he has like tons of lightning, red lightning effects. Like this dude, you know, wish he was in better hands in a film, but like this is like probably my favorite DC villain, and it just I remember buying this thing like for my birthday, on a birthday, and like this dude, oh, God, y'all, like if you can ever get your hands on a Mezco figure, it's about the size of a Marvel Legend, so like it fits perfectly with so many things, and I had to get his good twin,
The
Flash.
Flash.
Yeah, like these, and I think Shazam. I think they're the three I have from Mesco. Like, Oh my god! Like if we talking DC figures, Mezco, McFarlane, they knock it out the park. Cause
Facts.
God,
What's the scale for Metzco typically?
uh, like what 6.5 inches, six and a
Yeah.
half inches.
Because I know typically these McFarlanes, they run about the same size as
Yeah,
the Marvel Selects, which I'm about to get into in a
yeah,
couple of seconds.
yep.
About an inch taller than the Marvel Legends, which makes it rough when you want to do little
Man, you ain't lying. I had to
crossovers.
had to let go of those. Had to let go of the selects.
So, I mean, I
Now,
like some of them. I'm not too crazy about Selects in general, unless it's like
I mean, now the
they're-
Venom one. That
like
Venom
the
one.
ones I assume to be very big. That's the ones I kind of give a pass to.
Yeah,
Other than that, I just kind of could go without.
yeah. I feel you. I totally feel you. Yeah, I had to put like tons of those away. Yeah, I'm done with DC. I'm done with DC now. I promise.
Isn't that what they all say?
Man, man.
Before I get to get to Marvel, I want to throw out two honorable mentions. This figure right here is one of two figures that are really because there's this general Dragon Ball wave of figures that they have, Dragon Ball Star series, and in my opinion, there are about two or three figures that they produced that are up to snuff in quality, that are you know up there. That's not one of the typical high end Dragon Ball figures where you could just go to your Target and you could just buy it. And one of them, and I'll show the other one at a later date, is this Dragon Ball Super Broly Super Saiyan Gogeta. This figure, it's a Walgreens exclusive, is dope for a lot of reasons, but the main one for me is the coloring of the figure, the way that the figure is like, the way it feels like they just nailed the Super Saiyan aesthetic and coloring of it, and of course the vest that the fusions wear, and the way
Yeah,
that is
that's dope.
represented in the specifically in Dragon Ball Super Broly. I feel like it's very spot on
That's
with the
dope.
coloring and everything. And just rewatching the film, this version of Gogeta, I know the blue version is the iconic version of it because it seals the fight, but this one is on screen for a nice little minute, and people like forget it. But just looking at it aesthetically, it's obviously not the iconic Fusion Reborn Super Saiyan Gogeta with the
Right.
orange tint, but this one I say is very good. And the next one, of the one-offs is, and this again is pretty flipping good. It's another figure art, but this is Super Street Fighter 4 variant
Mm.
Akuma, or should I say, back to
Oh, that's dope.
this Akuma. This Akuma is perfect in a lot of ways. The articulation, the accessories you get, they give you a Hadouken, they give you different faces for him to make, different hands and such. But namely, his height, his height is very, very similar to a Marvel Legends. And to those who've played the old school fighting games from Marvel, you know that one of the coolest things you can do is have a Street Fighter character, and do reminiscence of your Street Fighter characters fighting
Mhm.
your X-Men or General Marvel characters. So this is very, very good. I know they got the Storm collectibles versions of the Street Fighter characters, and I know those are very, very, very good in quality as well, but they're very flipping expensive. So
Right.
yeah, yeah. But this top tier. But yeah, that's enough of my one-offs. You got any one-offs, Aaron?
I only have one off because I'll be here literally forever with all of the 3 and 3/4 scale ones. This bad boy right here, because we're getting into Hasbro now. Like Cobra Commander, GI Joe, what? Um, what's the line? No, not Renegades.
I think that's just the general comic modern one. If you're talking about from the new Hasbro wave.
Yeah, this dude is. Oh, he's so awesome! Like the multiple hands. Like this is usually my favorite one. Him like with his, you can see it with his finger up, like giving an order. Like this dude is so dope. Once again, I'm gonna say this like a billion times. The sculpting alone, like even with the cape, with this cape, it looks like it looks like cloth, even though it's very clearly plastic. Like this thing is sculpted to perfection. You can't take the belt off, and I think it's for good reasons because, like, usually you'd have a Cobra Commander that's like super in action, but this dude looks like a dictator. Like just from the way the boots are, this little sword right here that has like a cobra's head on the tip. Like this thing is just so cool. Like he's got the Cobra logo like damn near everywhere. It just, you know, being a part of that generation where Toy Biz did a lot with action figures. I remember how Hasbro kind of was meh at first. I'm gonna just say it, but like they stepping up their game because you have things like figure arts. You have things like bless you. You have things like the
Thank you.
Mezco, and my other one off, which is another Hasbro product based off of a television show, a cartoon, if you will, especially for the 80s babies. Soundwave.
Holy crap. That's
Okay.
great. That looks great.
Okay. Like this is a Transformers masterpiece. And I'm sure you can hear it doing all that creaking because like this thing it's like a high quality. It's like they took the figure from the 80s and just said, we're going to give you the best possible Transformers figure in existence. Like this thing looks like the comics, but also the cartoon. Doesn't have, there is a version where it's got like the sheen of the cartoon, but like this thing, it's got all of the tape decks that transform. You can even push the button and his chest opens up. Like this thing is just dope. This is probably my favorite Transformers as well. And like the legs are sturdy enough, and it's not, when you actually transform this dude into a boom box, like it works. There are no parts misplaced. Like this thing, it turns into a battery when you his cannon turns into a battery for the
Piece
boombox.
of tape. Yeah.
Like this thing is just like the buttons on this, like the buttons, like this thing. If I know there's a version where somebody like turned it into an MP3 player, which is really dope, but this is dope enough. This is like, I have like a bunch of the plane transformers about this size too, because they're about 8 to 9 feet tall until you get to like Optimus Prime, which are very, very, very expensive.
Yeah.
A little too expensive for me. I geek out with the stuff like this. I have a lot of things that fit in this category are put up because they're very expensive and cannot have them break. Like I have a NECA comic TMNT, the original run with the all red bandanas. I got those. Those are put up for sure. I remember that. Yeah, just out of all of them, that is the main one. Soundwave is just, they outdid themselves. They literally outdid themselves with stuff like that.
Absolutely. So you ready to get into it with these folks? So as you can see, right here.
Oh, that guy.
Well,
That's like
first,
the best of the best.
let me
Oh, I
just
got.
give an honorable mention to my Marvel Select Agent Venom I got at C2E2 2020. Um, not really feeling the general Marvel Legends Agent Venom for the simple fact that I feel like his arms are not articulated enough for the brand of the Marvel Legends. I feel like they could have done more to give him a little bit more articulation, especially when it comes to the bulkier soldier figures. But I feel like the way Marvel Select does their figures fits him more. You know, he's definitely on the tall side, towering over every other Marvel Legend that's not a big fig I have. It's certainly that, and he definitely comes with a revolver and like the Leon Kennedy pistol that he has in Resident Evil 4. I call it. I say got like a bunch of pouches. Dope. He's a dope. It's a dope figure. It's definitely something that, you know, as I try to stay on brand as much as possible with my figure collection and not diversify it too much. This one, I gotta say, this is the one to do it for. I dig it completely. And plus, Agent Venom is one of my favorite versions of Venom, you know, so I definitely
Period.
needed to scoop that one up. So that's just the honorable mention for that one. But let's talk about it because I have two sets of
The
Marvel
best.
figures that are
The
both
best.
themed. The first themed, the best theme, I know we say save the best for last, but I'm just gonna go forward, is these three Doctor Doom figures. And you might be saying to yourself, well,
I
this
agree.
one is a Doctor Doom,
I agree.
and this one is a Doctor Doom,
I totally agree.
and that one is definitely a Doctor Doom. I should have got my head out too. But this one, you're saying, but this is just something looks like the Brian Michael Bendis variant Iron Man with a green cloak. But you would be wrong because this is the infamous Iron Man, where
What?
after the events of Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, Doom's face was healed and he became Iron Man. He was the Iron Man in the universe for a nice little minute after Tony Stark became inert after the events of Civil War.
Right.
So Civil War 2, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me make sure I
Same.
talk about the renowned classic Civil War 2. If y'all would have saw my face, you would have known I was being sarcastic. But this infamous Iron Man, this cartoon accurate Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four cartoon, you can tell the difference between because it's a lighter shade of green. It has the little frill under the cloak and mask helmet connection, and the mask is more classic theme. And then this one in the middle, which I call the modern Doom, which is something the version of Doom you probably saw in like Marvel Ultimate Alliance or some of the comics
Period.
or whatnot with the nose and everything. And, you know, he's a
Yep.
darker shade of green. Yeah, he has a nose on his mask. You know, the silver is a lot more metallic in the sense. And this is personally my favorite Doom. And I have three Dooms,
It's
which
literally
is
like the perfect Marvel legend.
it is.
Like
Why
it's
does
so perfect.
your head looks better on your Doom than my Doom's head looks on my like my
Really.
I don't it's like mine's look small and you got yours to look bigger. I don't know what the heck the problem is,
Mm,
but in any case, you
mm.
know, I cherish these three Dooms because I lucked into all three of them. And more importantly, you know, Doom would have a Doom bot, and then you
Right.
would traverse the
Right.
multiverse and see a more heroic
Exactly.
version of himself. Or these three might all be three multiverse Dooms, and that is a
Mhm.
omniverse level threat in and of itself. So
See, I
yeah.
wish I had the. If I thought about, I would have got the cosmic cube out because, like, this is perfect.
Yes, sir.
Man, see, yeah, Hasbro. Hasbro know what they doing with they Marvel Legends. You know, they got a little idea. You know, because let me just wait. Let me just wait. Let me wait
I know you got
because
some
this will
more
go
to
into
show off.
this will go into. these other two that I got are gonna go into like a whole different realm that we talked about need its own special episode. Um,
So we
so
showed you 3 dooms. Well, I
yeah,
showed you 3 dooms, 4 counting Aaron's. But now I want to show you
I
something
just want
else.
everybody to know the ones that Kwamani are showing. The reason why I'm not showing any other than these other two that I have are because I have these exact same ones, and I just want to admire from afar.
So yes, we have my favorite and probably outside of Extremist and the movie, the most iconic Iron Man suit of armor, his 1994 modular armor that if you've ever played a Marvel fighting game from Capcom, you are very familiar with. You have one of my other favorite armors, the stealth armor from his 80s run. It's a little bit on the leaner side compared to the original interpretation of it, but still it does the job that it needs to do. It doesn't have the backpack or anything like that, but it's definitely the same slick blue the electric blue, I'm sorry, that you expect from this particular suit of Iron Man armor. And of course, who can forget the Black King himself, the mainstay of the Iron Man universe, a West Coast Avengers legend, the one and only James Rhodes, aka the War Machine. And if I had the alternate head on me, I would definitely, let me get this dude on the shot so it looks a little better. Yeah. If I had the alternate heads readily available, you would see they gave the War Machine the dope ass high top fade he had, not only in the comics but in the cartoon at the time as well. So yeah, these 3
Period.
suits of Iron Man armor. I do have a couple of others. I have one from Spider-Man Homecoming and the other one when they had the AI Tony Stark, where sent along the whole Secret Empire time and all of that shit. But yeah, these 3 armors I wanted to showcase because of one, let's appreciate the finish, metallic finish on all 3 of these figures. It's the silver, the light silver on the War Machine, the dark gold and red on the modular, and the electric blue and the red insert on the Unibeam arc reactor. They're very dope. And just, there's 2 other variations of this suit, soon to be 3. This is the first ever in this wave, and this is the first version of all of the War Machines that have come out, because predominantly they have been from the movies, with the exception with the Punisher War Machine one. And I gotta say, they're each the best of their specific armor sets, and it definitely shows. So yeah, I gotta give shout outs and props to, I call these Marvel Legends specifically the armor wave, because Doctor
Period.
Doom and Iron Man and all of that jazz. Yeah,
Armors are cool. You know what's cooler though?
what is?
Mutants.
Whew. See, we said we were gonna wait and hold off on
I
showing them
know, but like,
because I
can
would
you
have brought
just
them.
can you pull out just one?
I don't. I didn't. I intentionally did not.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't be able to
god.
just pull. Because I wouldn't be able to just pull out one.
Oh my god. Mm.
If you got one to spare, but when we talk about them in depth, you can't go back to it.
Oh, hey, no, that's fine. That's fine because that is perfectly fine because I feel like this one needs no explanation. It's just once again. Okay, let me say it like this. We can have a whole episode about the mutants.
We can.
I think we should, but this particular one is probably in my top 5 just because like it's the type of figure I always wanted when I was younger. This is like the exact design. And then when you get the alternate head from a different figure that they that Hasbro purposely made just so you can put this sucker, on. I I could not bring it here. So like, once again, the sculpt is amazing. I mean, the color, it's like the perfect. See, that's why we have to have a whole episode just of the mutants, because every figure they design is just getting better and better and better. And I think you can say that for like the entirety of Marvel Legends, but like, come on, this dude, Professor Xavier, like, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's literally perfect.
Woo!
Okay?
A classic Jim Lee era, 90s cartoon era.
Like, even the little panels on the side slide out. Like, this thing is perfect.
So if you ever want to recreate rather, the I'm the Juggernaut bitch old school
Right.
YouTube, you could.
Like, I hope somebody does, because I mean, like, just from in the alternate head, having the lines instead of that big cloud that was you could add on the Cerebro. Like, this thing is literally like, his eyes are closed. It just, man, this is amazing. Like, perfect. The other one, is the only reason I brought out, because I need to put this one all the way up, because I have little cousins who love this character, and I mean, who doesn't? But if y'all collect action figures in any shape or form, you would know why this thing has to be put up and why important it is, and that's this good sis right here.
Holy shit, you got the goddamn Death of Wolverine storm. I didn't know
That's
you had
right.
this.
That's right. Like, the good sis got to be put up. This thing, I don't even want to know how much it goes for online. It's probably like damn near 600 by now. But yeah, this was for a long time one of the only storms I had, and I'm just like, this thing, you don't realize what you have until much later. Like, the wings are just, it's perfection. The woman's face, like she's got this look, she's this is the good sis right here. This is the good sis right here. She's definitely got to be put up. I got a bunch more storm now, so we're just going to ignore Q's little rule when we don't need to talk about it again, because there are more storm. But this one, this is a prized possession right here. Oh, there he goes. There he
So
goes.
I'm not gonna bless y'all with any official X-Men. I'm not gonna do
Oh,
that just yet.
he's trying.
But what I'm gonna do
Show us a bit.
before I get to my special showcase, and then we can close it out. If unless Aaron got something to specially showcase, um, I will to continue the rule of three. There is a certain X-Men adjacent character
Period.
that everyone knows and loves,
Period.
and I would be remiss if I didn't showcase the three. Some might say three too many Deadpools that I own.
Hey, I got that guy on the left. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So, from left to right, my left to right, we have the Back in Black 80s symbiote Deadpool, which is, of course, when they retcon the original Secret War to say Deadpool was a part of it and that he wore the black suit first, which explains the symbiote's psychotic nature when it slowly devolves when Spider-Man finally wears it, which, yeah, we got a Spider-Man episode for y'all too, if y'all want it. Just 'cause, this is all tests, see what y'all like to see and whatnot, or we're just gonna do it anyway, whichever floats our boat. But yeah, this one comes with an alternate head, which currently sits on my Superior Venom figure. Spoilers for that. Where it's more Venom-esque and less typical Deadpool. Of course, we have the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie, Marvel Legends, the first, well, one of the first X-Men, Fox X-Men Marvel Legends figures that they produced when Fox was acquired by Disney. I have a couple of others that will be shown later on down the road, which I think me and Aaron will be able to show them off as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this right here, this Deadpool, this was in a 2-pack. I love it. I love it as a person who has a bunch of MCU Marvel Legends. This figure is a dream come true because if you want to be an idiot like me and to do test runs of how Ryan Reynolds is going to talk to certain characters in the MCU, you can do that with this figure, and it's scaled perfectly. Has a bunch of hands and a bunch of weapons that he uses in the movie. Even comes with a unicorn, so that's always awesome. And then, of course, my favorite of the three, the Gary Dugan's variant of Deadpool from when Gary was writing him with the arms and the with his suit and the pouches and everything. This I got at the very first. This was one of the first pieces of merchandise I ever got at a comic convention. It was him and it was White Ranger, and I had to scoop this up because you didn't see any Deadpools at all anywhere. And I was like, you know what? This is only $20. They're not busting my head over it. So I'm gonna get it. And it comes with a lot of accessories. Come with a rocket launcher with a boxing glove attached to it, a sawed-off shotgun, a M16 super assault rifle, the 2 pistols, a taco, 2 swords, and a knife. It's, in my opinion, the perfect Deadpool. I know a lot of people are partial to the old school Deadpool that's come out and made the rounds, or the ones that the Deadpool that's on the Ultimate Rider. I think that's the name of the series with the vehicles. Underwear Deadpool, X-Men colors Deadpool, X-Men suit Deadpool. The whole nine. But for me, this Deadpool here is top tier. As I just realized, I've been showing him above the camera. This Deadpool has been top tier for me for the longest period of time. So yeah, this is all the X-Men you getting out of me. Because when I show the rest of these folks, I'm gonna show them, and I got something to show for real.
Bet.
So, do you have any spotlight figures that you want to show off that you feel like are just perfectly encapsulates who you are as a collector, or your likes, or anything that you haven't shown or have shown, or whatever the case may be?
Well, obviously that Reverse Flash. I mean, there is also, for who I am. It's not in the best way. It's more of like, I'm all about the classics, not because I am a demented person, but I mean, like, this Toy Biz Vengeance from back in the day is pretty cool too.
I remember that. I
Like,
remember coming across that.
yeah,
Toy aisles a couple of times.
this guy is worth it. This guy is very much worth it. Like, I'm partial to the classics, I don't want to break him or anything. Actually, he's still very mobile for being like, God,
almost 20 years old.
yeah. This guy is old. He's old. He could be able to buy a drink by now.
I ain't old.
That's
it. Is there anything else?
No, that Soundwave one. I'm not pulling out those other masterpieces. Can't do it. Not on this episode.
Well,
not on this Christian episode.
Well, I would like to point out that there's been a very good reason why at the front of the table, for those who've been paying attention, you've seen 2 classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Power Morphers with the coins. My nameplate is blocking that, but they're definitely there. And that's because
Triceratops.
What I would like to show off, just to show Hasbro's dominance, in my opinion, even further,
period,
are 4 of my favorite Power Ranger Lightning Collection figures. And I will be just quickly telling you why they're so dope, what makes them dope, and why I got them in the first place. Well, that's probably going to be explained all at once. So I didn't have to generalize as such. But yeah, this is these figures are from my left to right. One more time. Well, I'm just gonna hold this one in my hand. Lord Draken, the comics exclusive, originated evil Tommy with the powers of the Green and the White Ranger. Anubis Doggy Kruger, the Shadow Ranger from Power Rangers SPD. The Green Ranger, Power Rangers Dino Thunder variant from the Fighting Spirit episode, because you can tell because this version of Tommy has the silver lining because, fun fact, when they did the episode at the time, Disney owned Power Rangers, and they did not have access to any of the original suits, especially the original Green Ranger helmet. So, since they couldn't ask Japan, the Toei, the people who own Super Sentai, to send them the helmet, Disney commissioned a brand new helmet for Tommy in the episode, which is this nice silver lined version of it, which would be very instrumental in the current redesign for the Green Ranger that was first used in a YouTube series called Superpower Beatdown and has since been used in other official Power Rangers medium, and as of recently in the comics as a new Green Ranger has come to the forefront. And then a recent get, something I've been hunting for close to over a month now, and that is this. I know y'all probably can't,
Hey,
but this is
hey,
disguised Andros from Power
that's
Rangers
dope.
in Space.
That's
Now,
dope.
the reason why I love this figure so much is because if anybody has ever watched Power Rangers in Space and they've seen any of the episodes where Andros goes undercover and he has a Jedi slash Jawa cloak on, which comes with, which I'm putting on right now, you would notice that he would be cloaked in black. He would, and the stunt actor who was going to be doing all the fight sequences or the flips and whatnot, they would always wear a dark, I want to say it was like one of those fencing masks
Mhm.
where it looks, you can't see the person's face, but they can see clearly out of it. So,
Right.
it looks like, oh, he's concealed, and then when he would get his hood back, then you'll see that, oh, that was supposed to show the shadows of the cloak and whatnot. So that's, when he tilts his head back, then, oh, it's just his face. But what makes this so damned awesome is because to represent that effect, they just gave him his Ranger helmet and they gave him an original design for his suit, because he never had this, like,
Cloak.
but he never had this design in the show. It was just meant to be, oh, he had the black gloves, obviously, and then under the cloak was like his standard Ranger civilian, well, Astro
Mhm.
Megaship attire, and that was it. But to see them give him this variant under the cloak and everything, and it does come with the actor's likeness head, the Christopher Kamen Lee Andros head from the 90s, and it comes with the spiral saber, and he got his Astro Blaster on his hip too. But this is just so awesome because of the way my mind works, the what ifs, like, oh, Andros, after the events of In Space and everything, he goes deep cover, and to not reveal his identity, he of course has his cloak, which at this point in the galaxy, if you see a guy with this type of cloak on, you should know it's Andros. But still,
Mhm.
he conceals his identity. He doesn't look like a traditional Space Ranger. One would even confuse him as a usurper. He stole Andros's spiral saber, and he's got this. It's not nothing new in the Power Rangers universe that have steal power or create power that's a facsimile. I hope I use that word right, of other people's power. So yeah, it's dope. I also got the red Lost Galaxy Ranger and the red Psycho Ranger, so I
Oh,
can
that's
recreate.
amazing.
I can recreate and have recreated the opening meeting between the two Rangers and from the Power Rangers in Space team up episode to the 10th Power, where Andros comes in and
Of
saves the
course
day.
you did.
Of
Of
course I
course.
did.
Of course. That's on brand.
And yes, I can do a Power Rangers episode with the amount of lightning
I
collection
think you
figures.
should.
But yeah, this figure, I was really hunting for it, like really, really, because this is something that I know, you took it out the box with the value. I'm not thinking about selling these. And if I,
Okay.
God forbid, ever have to sell them, it'll be loose. I'm not concerned with the boxes. Even though I could have kept the majority of the boxes, that's mainly a keepsake thing and less of a resale thing. But this is one of the variants that's going to be a hot commodity in the next couple of years as far as just rarity and to just show it off like Pokemon cards. Like, oh man, you got the OG foil Charizard. So, you know,
Ooh, took me back.
but yeah, this is my showcase. These
This
four
bread and
specific.
butter.
Yes. But yeah,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
quickly to wrap it up so you get the last word of sorts. Any new figures you're looking forward to coming in the near future?
Something by Marvel Legends regarding some mutants.
Ooh. You want
Yeah.
to care to elaborate, or are you just speaking generally?
I don't know what the actual wave is supposed to consist of altogether, but the one with Siren, Sabretooth, a new Sabretooth sculpt. I think Wolverine in the blue and yellow suit, because we need more Wolverine figures, obviously. I mean Galactus, man,
Oh
Galactus.
yes, with the three heads.
Yes,
The
yes.
what blew me away was when they said, "Yeah, we're gonna give you the Doom head too," from when Doom became
Right.
Galactus. You know, as a person with two traditionally villainous Dooms, I could go for that Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And as a person who spoilers has the entirety of the Fantastic Four, but
Okay.
which versions I can't wait to show you which versions indeed of those Fantastic Four. I could definitely and a Silver Surfer, two Silver Surfers, in fact. Let me stop flexing.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
But yeah, I could definitely go for that. Something I'm looking forward to, and I know when I say it, your ears are gonna perk up. The comic classic Doctor Strange that's supposed to be dropping sometime early next year. Can't wait for that.
Yes.
I have
200%.
I have me a Doctor Strange of sorts in my possession, but I definitely can go for another one, especially with
Yes.
the multiverse of madness. I do need to go and secure this astral projected Doctor Strange, even though it's
Mhm.
not all of that. It has an accessory that I could definitely use for the Doctor Strange I have.
Period.
So
Oh,
that is it.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So mutants for you, Doctor Strange. So yeah, that's our picks. And this has been the initial episode of Figureheads. Aaron, what are your thoughts and opinions on it?
Well, I appreciate how for such for we're proving how mature we are in regards to taking something someone would seem as childish, and we're giving a very mature look, an honest look, and we are ourselves with these topics, these figures, these small mobile statues. I really do appreciate it. It's brilliant. No, like I really like the series though, because I feel like if I'm gonna be honest, a lot of figure review YouTube channels are just, we're gonna pump out the next video just so we can, market. And I get that, you definitely want it out there, but I do appreciate, that there's somebody here, that's on brand from all diversity of just showing, hey, this is us, this is something we enjoy. It's just something, like it's like you said at the beginning, it's very laid back, and it's just we vibing, we enjoy this, and that's it. I like it. I like the idea of just doing something we love.
Facts.
Good for the soul.
I agree completely. So yeah, this has been Figureheads. This is hopefully the start of something beautiful, and I believe it will.
Period.
And look forward to us to talking about our figures, our toys, our extravagant purchases, if you will, in the
Toys.
near our toys. But in any case, this has been me, your boy Quamon Star G.
Y'all know what's up.
And if if you'll excuse us, we got to go to the suit shop to make sure our funeral suits are prim, pressed, and ready. So in any case, we will see y'all next time. Peace, everybody.
Peace.